This is the land where light is crushed, a land where heroes fall. When the mists come for you, will you stray from your path? Will you kindle the embers of hope, or be lost to the darkness? As you stare into the void stares back and reaches out to clutch you. Your nightmares come to life and stalk your every step. Morality is as gray as the mists that always seem to surround you. Will your better sides prevail? Will you seek to aid the people of Barovia? Or will you succumb to the shadow that rules this land? After all, no one leaves Ravenloft entirely intact. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Character Player, where story is the real DM. We're artists by day and nerds by night, and tonight we are jumping right back into our Ravenloft campaign. We are celebrating Halloween a couple days late. So before we get started, why don't we all go around and say what we are? I am a 70s basketball player. Who would like to go next?
I'm me. Dr. Ricardo Diaz, Monsters Lab.
Scariest monster of all.
I am a level 3 warlock.
No, your Halloween costume, you... I can't tell if you're messing with me or not. Dang it, that's all we're going to get. All right, who's next?
I am a succubus.
Ooh.
And I am Lexa from the 100. I'm a warrior.
Nice.
I am a warrior. I like it. I love the knives.
All right. So we are in costume and we are ready to dive back into the mists of Ravenloft. So last time we met, you all made your way out of this large Durst manor that you had found yourself trapped in for multiple hours, sessions, but you had made your way out finally, sadly losing the dog Lancelot in the process. Traveling down the road kind of deeper into the valley, you eventually made your way to the village of Barovia, where instantly you were met with something comforting as opposed to the horrors that the Durst Manor held for you. You found an old woman selling some lovely pastries that Stiki ran up and hugged. You eventually made your way to the tavern, and you met a man named Ismark Kolyanovich, the burgomaster of Barovia. He enlisted your aid in transporting his sister, Irina, to a safe location, either Vallaki or anywhere else in the valley that might be safe from someone who he referred to as the devil, Strahd von Zarovich. He offered to pay you 3,000 gold to do that, and even give you 500 gold up front to sweeten the deal. But before you left in the morning, he asked that you all go to the church with him to see if perhaps Father Donovich had any more information on where a safe place could be. And that is where we left off. As you entered the church, you were speaking with Father Donovich when all of a sudden you heard a voice crying out from under the floorboards. "Father, please! I'm so hungry! I can smell them! Please, Father!" And that echoes throughout this desecrated church. You see Father Donovich sweating a little bit as he looks at all of you, eyes wide.
Can I
Please ignore
anything?
that. Sense anything? What do you mean?
Like smell, hearing, like now that I've heard that.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
17.
17. What you smell primarily in this church, you do smell a slight scent of garlic coming from Father Donovich. You smell kind of sawdust and general just refuse all around. But you can't smell anything in particular under the floorboards or anything like that. It's a bit too dusty in here. That's kind of clogging up your senses to go that far.
So what was that, Father?
Yeah, did we interrupt something?
No, that's it's not your concern. It's something I'm taking care of. Now, what do you need?
Well, now I need my curiosity sated.
Father, I think this is something you should tell us of. Perhaps we could help you. Who are you all? Why should I put my trust in you?
Because we're warriors.
I don't think that convinced him.
Because we have a vested interest in the area.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. It was going to be a disadvantage, but since Ismark is also speaking up, it can be just straight up.
15.
He looks at you hesitantly for a moment. He's kind of a bigger fellow with graying and thinning hair. He has big eyes that look like he looks like he hasn't slept in a couple days at least. And he just says, all right. It is my son, Doru, who is down there. And as he says that, another chorus of screaming comes up from below. He winces painfully as it does, and then continues. Something happened to him. He's not himself, but I'm taking care of it. It's none of your concern.
How
I advise
exactly
putting silver on the doors.
taking care of this?
I'm doing what I can to try to cure his illness.
You can't.
What do you mean? I can't. In the morning, Lord, all things are possible. All things are possible.
The magic
know
to
about
cure... Go ahead, sir.
I
Please.
was just going to ask you, do you happen to know what this illness is?
Well, we are tasked with finding a vampire, aren't we? You said something happened to your son. He can smell us. Sounds like vampirism to me.
My Doru is a good lad. He's not a beast.
Those things are not necessarily mutually exclusive. He cannot help what's become of him.
Then just leave me be.
I've heard tell of certain magic that might be able to help, but it's hard to obtain, I've heard.
What is it?
I don't know. Not yet, just whispers. But should I find it, I'll bring it to you.
I thank you. If you'd like, you can meet him. He's all right. I know he shouts, but he's all right.
How well barricaded are your doors down where you're keeping him?
Well enough. He's locked in. He's weak. He doesn't get blood often.
I don't know if there's much we can do for him. If anything, the smell of us might torture him more.
Right. Please, don't tell anyone. Not in the town.
I won't. I can't speak for them, but I won't.
I do not know that this is right, Father. There are innocents here in this town. I'll keep him locked away. He won't hurt anyone. What if you don't? What if he overpowers you?
I would like to see, not necessarily him, but the manner in which you're keeping him locked up.
Of course. I can show you that. Come, follow me. And he leads you towards the entrance of the church that you all came in, towards a door on the left-hand side. As you enter into the door, you see it's a dirty room that has a wooden bed with a straw-filled mattress, next to which you see a small table with an oil lamp that is burning brightly. Mounted above the bed's headboard is a wooden sun-shaped holy symbol. But you see that there is a trap door across from the bed. You see a large padlock, a bit rusty, dangling from it.
That is your measures for keeping him locked up, a rusty lock.
That's the best I can do.
When was he turned?
He returned to me about a year ago, like this. You've been keeping him here for a year. Like I said, I've kept him safe. He's not hurt anyone.
My suggestion to you is this: until you can find a way to help him more permanently, you have 2 requirements of you. 1, bar the door with silver. Not iron, not steel, silver. Understood?
Where am I to get silver?
You're a holy place, aren't you? You have no silver to melt down.
And you saw, sorry, Ezra, I should describe this better since you weren't here last week. The church is mostly in ruins. A lot of the pews are broken. It looks like people have not actually been going to service here for a very long time.
Okay, sorry.
So it doesn't look like a very rich church.
Let me suck that back in.
Mm-hmm.
Ezra would look to, sorry, what is his name? Not the father,
Ismark.
Ismark, that's right. His name is Mark. He turned him into... do you have anything you'd be willing to donate? A sword, perhaps? A silvered sword?
I do not have any silvered swords, but I will get him a weapon. I still don't know if this is, and he's kind of just saying this to you now, making sure Father Donovich doesn't hear. But I don't know if this is the best measures.
He's been handling him so far.
For a year. If he were to get out, do you truly believe he would strike his son down, or even have the capability to do so?
I'm not asking him for a weapon to fight his son. I'm asking him for a weapon because silver hurts vampires. To bar the door with silver will keep him more safely locked up.
And I'm telling you, I don't know where to find silver in Barovia. Perhaps in Vallaki, but not in the village of Barovia. This is a poor town.
I've noticed.
What if,
kind of look around.
What if we just bury him?
What?
That's a surefire way to drive him mad. You think he won't eventually claw himself out of a wooden box in the ground? He won't suffocate to get to death. That's not possible. That's what you were hoping for.
Mm.
How do you know so much about vampires?
I'm interested in the law. Silvered, well, if you don't have any silvered weapons, at the very least you need to bar this door more somehow. Iron, at least this padlock is not going to do it.
Suddenly you
And
hear a
then-
boom up against the trap door. You see dust begin to shake as the door, it's kind of like two doors that would open in the middle, and you see the opening start to rise just a bit.
I rest my case. Secondly, Father, he's not entirely beyond help.
Havok is gonna run over to the door and like try and hold it down.
Okay.
It just to like secure it if this dude tries to like burst through it again.
Okay.
That's it.
Go and roll a strength check.
This one. Strength or athletics? Doesn't matter. Athletics or just strength?
Athletics.
Then a 10. Way better than what it would have been.
Okay. You feel like you're kind of holding it in place. As you're resting on it, Havok, you kind of look back over your shoulder for a moment, then look back towards the door, and you see a red eye peering out of the cracks, looking up at you.
Ah! And I cover that one spot and like push down really hard. Ah! Someone wants out. Someone wants out.
You can now feel hot breath against your hand.
Oh,
I'll like now like lift up my fingers so like my palm isn't like exposed, so like a piano finger arch thing.
Go to him,
Please,
Father.
please, let me out. I'm not going to hurt anyone. I promise I can help you. I can give you information on Strahd.
I don't think we should let him out. I don't think we should let him out.
Father,
What?
I don't know how long you'll be able to keep this door barred. He's been here a year. He only gets stronger as he ages. Your only hope, if you wish to keep your son alive, you have to do your best to remind him of his humanity. What it felt like to be human, to have a heartbeat, to love, and to have a soul. It's easy to forget when you become a monster. You are the only tie he has to that humanity.
My son is not a monster.
Oh, but he is. He is. And you have to help him try not to be one.
Suddenly, Newton seems very uncomfortable, and he's kind of like backed away from the conversation. He's kind of removed himself.
You know, I could probably use some help securing the door over here, just in case. You know.
I won't try to attack again. Please, just a little blood, just a drop. I don't have to bite you, just a little.
Father, what are you feeding him when he
I don't trust you
needs
at
it?
I give him what I need to.
Your blood. Are there any animals around? Are you able to hunt at all? Animal blood is better for him than human blood. He'll hate it, but he can live on it.
I've never been much of a hunter.
I suggest
Alright.
you start learning.
All right.
Is anyone able to show him how to make a simple rabbit snare?
What?
A snare for a rabbit? I don't know how to make one, I just know they exist.
I have one if you want it. You can just have it.
That would be very gracious of you.
If you catch 2 rabbits, a male and a female, and let them breed, they'll have lots more rabbits. So you could really just farm rabbits.
You could.
Please
And be
ignore
careful.
him, Father.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Ismark just kind of turned to Newton and rolled his eyes a bit and said, "Please ignore him, Father."
It's not the worst possible idea. Maybe not the
It's
most
not.
practical, but not terrible.
You've done less.
Stiki, can you get the hunting trap out of my bag? I can't reach it.
No,
Well,
I'm not. I'm not.
I'm kind of holding down the door here. Can someone
Yeah.
can someone help
Ezra.
me out?
Ezra would go over.
Is that your name, Stiki? Come on, Stiki, please, just help me. Just help me a little.
Why did you say my name? Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. I take my shield and I slam my shield down on the door and like I'm using that as like a safer like pressure point to hold down.
Gotcha.
Guys, we gotta make some decisions here.
Ezra would go to get the hunting trap out of his bag.
Thank you.
Okay. Easy enough.
I would like to where is it? It's gonna be a lot, but I would like to spend 3 crimson points and do sleep breath through the crack at him to make him fall asleep.
Okay. Remind me exactly of what that entails. Is it just automatic? He just falls asleep, or?
Yeah, I believe. Let me read it real quick. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Undead are unaffected by it.
Gotcha.
Never mind.
Stiki, please let me out.
No,
I won't hurt you, I
I
promise.
believe you.
But if you leave me in here, and then I get out and I have your scent, I'll hunt you down.
Enough.
Hold on, no, wait. He's got a point. He's got a really good point. We maybe we should figure this out together. You know, like a team.
Yes. I have information I could give you. Information about the devil.
Ezra would get the hunting trap out of Havok's bag.
Don't spill
Toss
the
it.
eyes. Don't
You already
spill the
did.
eyes.
Yeah.
Don't spill the eyeballs.
Ugh,
Don't
gross.
spill my jar of eyes.
So disgusting.
It's hellish
Aerith's
to
like,
clean up.
eyeballs. Ew, you're so gross.
It's hellish to clean up. I'm trying to save us all.
Ezra would, so he'd kind of toss the hunting trap toward the father. Plant that in the forest, it should catch you a rabbit. And I suggest you go now.
All right. I'll go
Sure,
once
sure.
you all leave.
Fine. We're trying to keep your son from slaughtering the entire town. So you go catch him a rabbit so you can satiate some of his thirst, and we'll figure out how to keep him inside his little room. Good?
How do I know?
Good.
How do I know you'll keep your word?
I don't have any interest in killing your son, Father. I'd like to help him. And I'd rather you not make it difficult for me.
Make a persuasion check at advantage because you have been quite helpful with him thus far.
No? Stay. 17?
Okay. With that, he He nods and slowly walks outside.
Wait, but real quick,
Right.
just really fast, actually. Do you? So, since we've been so helpful to you, we're trying to pop over to the town next door with our friend here and his, just his daughter, really. You don't happen to know where she could stay there, do you?
Irina is my sister.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we're trying to get her over to the town so this doesn't happen to her. Any way you could assist us in that measure, and then you can go rabbit hunting.
I don't understand. I could tell you when I get back. You said you're all going to stay here, right?
Yes, we're going to stay here. Please let him go hunt a rabbit.
The problem is, so here's the problem. We only have a bit of time. So we have one day, and as soon as it gets dark, it's going to be much more difficult to get to this town. I mean, anybody...
I gotta be honest, I'm with Newton on this one. Like, time is of the essence here.
So I feel like there's a compromise, you know. If you know of anybody that could help us in this regard in the town over, we just need to find a place for
While everyone is kind of distracted by this conversation, Ezra would like to slip his flask between the slats in the door to the...
I'm kind of holding it.
Yeah, but it's still
right now
open.
Havok is... No, I mean, Havok... So it's not like the wooden door itself doesn't have a ton of spaces between it. It would have to be kind of pushed up for your flask to fit through.
Okay.
So Havok would have to get off and allow that.
Okay.
And you probably, as you like try to do it, you kind of ascertain that's probably the case.
Got it. Okay. I would wait then.
Gotcha.
Look, I don't know what you want me to do. Do you want me to go get rabbits for him, or do you want me to
both.
let you all leave?
So we just need your help. We walked over here specifically for this reason. We need help with his sister, Irina. I mean, is Mark with us on this?
You know by this point that my name is Ismark. Yes.
I just need you to. I need you to help us.
I want to hear you say my name correctly once.
Is Mark how you say your name?
Son of a bitch.
Father, I will watch so they can go. It is imperative they get my sister to someplace safe before nightfall.
Fine. I recommend taking her to the Church of St. Andros in Velaki.
We need to
should keep her safe. Though I don't know what you're trying to keep her safe from.
The same thing that happened to your son.
Yeah, then we'd have two vampires to deal with. So,
if not Velaki, then you might take her to the Abbey at St. Markovia of St. Kresk.
So St. Andrews in Wallachia.
Andreas.
And the Abbey.
Crest.
Where?
Krezk. Krezk.
Kresk.
Kritschke?
Kresk.
Right. Well, I'll go see what I can do then.
I will stay here, Father.
Happy hunting.
Ezra would put his hand against the door And be like, could you go find something to bar this more safely with, please? To Havok.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. You sure you can hold this?
I'll be fine.
Okay. Havok's I'm gonna lift my shield up very carefully and kind of glance to anybody that kind of like, is anyone gonna come with me?
Sure.
Maybe there's something. Maybe there's a bit of bar or something in the church or something. I don't know. Maybe like a candlestick or something.
I'll try to talk to him while you're gone. See if I can settle him a bit.
I'll head out into the actual cathedral area.
Before you do, Donovich just says to all of you, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your kindness. It's been a very lonely year for me.
Can imagine.
Thank you. May the Morning Lord guide you.
And also.
And with that, he walks out.
All right. I guess.
Stiki is staying in the room.
Yeah. Newton. Let's go look for something to barricade the door, I guess.
Aerith turns to you as well, Havok, and just says, I'm gonna go with you guys too. I don't, I'm gonna go with you.
No, yeah, I get it. No, it's weird in that room. So, yeah, into the kind of cathedral area.
Okay. So you two head out into the cathedral.
Where did Ismark stay in the room?
I'm gonna go with them first.
Okay.
Yeah, Ismark did stay in the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill you, Seth.
I was just gonna say something. Okay. Who are you going with first?
So you, Havok and Newton and Aerith start making the way back to the cathedral. You hear the doors close behind Father Donovich as he heads outside. What are y'all doing?
As we were like walking down like the main aisle, I guess, or if there is one, I'm gonna turn to Newton and say, Ismark is going to kill you. He is going to kill you.
Is Mark angry?
Yes, Ismark is angry. I'm just look. We need his help. He's gonna pay us. We don't really know what's going on, and you're supremely pissing him off.
Well, he's not going to actually help. He's paying us, but I mean, we're about to tote his sister daughter across God knows where.
Sister daughter.
Aerith is like, where did you get daughter? Where did that come from?
He's kind of protective. I can get where that. But look,
His mom looks a little old, and Irina's kind of attractive. I just thought,
Look, he referred us to Donovich here, and Donovich is telling us where we can go. So like, I don't know.
We're wasting time. We have to get out of here if we're going to take this girl across the way.
All right, I'm just gonna warn you. He's gonna like flip out at you at some point, and like, I don't want to have to break up a fight. That's all I'm saying. I'll do it, but I don't want to have to do it. I'm gonna start looking around for like long candle, like metal candlesticks, or maybe bars that were holding the pews together. Metal, long pieces of metal.
Okay. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
Okay.
An investigation check.
Natural 20.
Hey.
-1.
Nice.
The 19.
Okay. So it's kind of tough looking around for a little bit. You don't really see too much. You head into this back room where the bell tower is, and you see a ladder that climbs pretty high up. And you notice that the one of the legs of the ladder had broken off, or one of the steps rather. You pick it up and you think, okay, maybe this might be a nice in between. It's not steel, it's not metal, but it, something.
Guys, all I got is this broken ladder rung. I don't know. Maybe we could put the bell on top of the door. Did I say something smart?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Well, okay, let's maybe ask ourselves this question first, which is how?
Okay, so my first plan would be get the bell down here.
Yeah, how?
Okay.
Plus, we'd ruin his church more.
My first plan would be to cut it down.
Well, once something's ruined, it can't be ruined more.
Ruined-er.
As you guys are having this debate, we're going to jump back to the room.
We gotta get this bell down.
The whole session. So you guys are. So it's Ismark, Ezra, Stiki, and Arena all in the room together. Arena's kind of gripping the sword tightly and looking at the door. Ismark turns to you two and says, I don't know if this is the right decision.
Well, he's been here for a year so far. His father's
Right.
been able to keep him settled. It's
Do we
not
know
impossible
that?
for...
Do we know that is true? There have been disappearances in Barovia. How do we know it's not his son?
You're free to ask the father about that.
What I'm wondering is if he does get out and kills in this town, is not killing one life to save many more important?
Do you want that blood on your hands, Ismark? Blood's
The
heavy
blood of a monster.
and sticky. Never really
Is the
washed
blood
away.
the blood of a monster?
Is he?
Yes.
You know that?
Listen to him.
I hear a boy that was hurt of not his own accord, who has the possibility to at least live a half-life. You would take that chance from him, so you can sleep a little better. Assuming you do, of course. Assuming you can.
What about if he gets out and he murders people in Barovia? Wherever their blood lie, on my hands?
You'd kill everyone in Barovia then.
I don't believe you understand me.
Well,
If he gets
I
out
do.
and
No,
murders
no.
the people of Barovia,
I'm
then
listening.
that blood is on my hands as well.
What of regular murders? What of that blood? What if
Ezra,
humans that are monsters just as much as a vampire?
what? Okay, so you know a lot about vampires, Ezra, and it's really cool and all, but how do you know that he's not going to just kill a bunch of people?
Yes, how do
Oh.
you know that?
I don't. He absolutely could. I'm just saying he has a chance at rehabilitation. If you want to kill him, you
that's,
can make
that's
that
my
choice.
question, though. How do you know he has a chance? Have you ever met a vampire who?
I have, yes.
Better?
Well, not better, just not quite as monstrous as our dear vampire that's after your sister.
Well, I trust Ezra.
Make a persuasion check, you two.
Where is it? No, 13?
And I got a 15.
Okay. Ismark kind of takes this all in. I am the burgomaster of this town now. I am charged with keeping it safe. I will make the decision that I think will keep everyone safe.
I think maybe we should talk to him. There might be something that he knows. Maybe we can get information.
Yes. Stiki.
Here,
Information.
he's gonna kind of
I can help you.
hush, Doro, and he's gonna pull his flask, out and kind of like let the doors up a little bit. Just be like, this should help you, and pass it through.
Did you just give him alcohol? How's that? What's that gonna do? That's not gonna do anything. Is that whiskey? Do vampires get drunk?
Hells yeah.
These are all valid questions. Anybody?
What is this? What is this?
Whiskey.
Drink, darling, drink.
You hear this. You hear him sniffing first, and then
Sweet nectar.
I would also like to
Where
note
did you
that
get
it is
this
definitely
blood?
not human, so it's probably not exactly what he's craving, but it is
Okay.
better than nothing.
he is in a pretty desperate state at this point.
Ezra figured.
Yeah, it's not human whiskey.
It's not human whiskey.
You get this? Where did you get this? It doesn't have the same stick to it, the sting.
Finish it.
I'm so confused.
What did you give him?
What did you give him?
Something to help. Finish it. Oh,
He definitely finishes all.
hand it back now.
Why should I do that? It is mine.
And with that, you hear him scuttle away from the door.
I really like that flask.
I don't know what we should do now. What we waiting on just to see if your friends are taking a very long time finding something to lock the door.
Eric!
That and the father coming back with a rabbit, preferably.
Stiki gets close to the door, not close enough, but sort of close, and he says, hello, this is Stiki. I have a question.
Sticky.
Doro, be nice, or else I won't give you any more.
Doru.
Doro, sorry.
Doru. And Sticky.
And you don't hear, he's not close to the door. You hear it kind of echoing in whatever
okay.
that is down there.
Hello, I just have a question. Have you heard in your, estate, have you heard of a half-orc named Tilly? Rock? Is she with the vampires?
I guess you'll have to come find out. Come on down and I'll answer any questions you have. It's been so long since I've spoken with someone face to face that isn't my doting father.
Yes, and I think that's part of the problem, isn't it?
Okay, well, thank you for all your help. And Sticky scuttles away.
You don't want to know? I've smelled your scent. Well, a scent similar to
Similar?
yours before.
Can I cast the friend cantrip on him?
If I'm not mistaken, don't you have
it's
to
not
see
really
him?
on him.
Do you want me to look that up? Oh, you're not ready.
It's really more on myself. It's kind of both on myself and on him. Although it depends if he's hostile towards me or not.
So it's directed at one creature of your choice, but you don't see the creature.
It just says for the duration you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at
Yeah,
one
I got
creature.
it. I'm looking at it right. I'm looking at it right now. I mean, that's the thing is he's at this point moved a bit further away from you. I guess rules is written. Yeah, go for it. You can cast it.
Okay. So I, cast it and just, Doru, I helped you, didn't I? Friends help each other.
You gave me blood. Filthy animal blood, but blood nonetheless.
You walk around with a vial, a flask of blood.
Why?
Occasionally I do, yes. Anyway, I helped you, Doru, didn't I?
Yes. Why don't you come down so I can thank you in person?
Why don't you come here and we can talk about it?
The doors are in my way. I can't get through them, but if you open them, I can speak with you.
You know I can't do that, Doru.
Why? Why not? I won't run. I've been in this room for 1 year.
I know.
Well, sometimes this room.
Where else have you been, Doru?
What do you want to know, friend?
Do.
Sometimes I can slip past farther. Sometimes.
At this point, he is up at the door, whispering. So Ismark and Irina do not hear Stiki. I don't know if you're still at the door. If you are not, you do not hear this either.
How do you do it, Doru?
Father is not always the smartest. His empathy makes him easy. He opens for me and I just slip past him.
I see.
He's good at catching me, but not always before I have a little feast.
Ezra is going to...
What is he saying to you? Irina says this.
Ezra is just going to pull his short sword and slide it through the slat, like the slightly pushed open slat, up through into the door toward Doru.
Are you trying to attack
Hit
him?
him? Yes.
Okay.
Well, you said he came back up to the door, right?
Yeah, so he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're just kind of like
just go ahead and
sideways.
Yep, go ahead and make a straight roll.
Oh no.
Everyone knows all bells are silver. Haven't you heard the song?
Look, I'm just saying, like, they had to.
I've heard many songs.
They had to get it up there somehow, so like we can just get it down, and then they can get it back up there.
Silver
saying.
bells. Silver
Why
bells.
are we talking about this? What is that from?
That's
Just
just one of those
song.
classical songs, yeah, classical holiday tunes.
Just get it down and get it on top.
Like,
So are you guys still having this discussion?
Yeah, I think we're still arguing
Cool.
about this. Yeah.
Back to Ezra.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. So as you slide your blade in there, suddenly you hear Doru.
Ah!
Roll damage.
Where is it? Oh, four piercing damage.
Okay. So you definitely feel it pierce against his flesh. He screams out and scuttles away from the door.
You filthy little liar! I will get out of here, and I will hunt you down. I will drain you and your friends of all their blood, and then I will return to my master, and we will kill everyone in this town.
Why did you do that?
I'm
Why
sorry,
did you
Dora.
do that?
Did we
His
hear
mouth
the
is right.
scream? Was it loud or was it like a...
Yeah, you guys definitely heard that scream. It echoed through the floorboards. What? No. And Aerith just starts running back.
Get back to you
His
later.
Ismark was right. His father has been letting him out.
He's been letting them out
Yes.
on purpose.
Yes.
Then we have no choice.
I know.
What was that? What's going on?
We have to kill him. Doru.
How long were we gone? I thought we had agreed that we weren't going to do that.
But we did find a bell.
We found a bell. Maybe we could just put the bell on it.
Father Donovan's been letting Doru out of his cell.
I don't think he'll be able to move the bell.
Did you hear me?
At this point, Stiki starts banging on the door, screaming at Doru, "Tell me about my sister!"
Come on down. We can all play now.
Ismark.
Thank you for the gift, whoever you are. I was feeling weak, but not anymore. Not anymore.
Ismark, take Arena. Get out of here. Go.
All right. We will be back at the manor. And with that, Ismark does take Arena and they head out.
I was so hoping
All
for
right.
us to have a fight today.
Well, don't really have much of a choice now, do we?
We do have a choice. There is a bell. We could put the bell on top.
His father has been letting him out of the cell. Purposefully.
What if we just kill the dad, and then the vampire starts?
You want to kill just a person? Who are you?
Vampires don't starve to death. They just go a bit insane.
Oh. Okay.
Stiki, did you really just suggest to just kill a random, a normal person?
What? No. No, I would never do that.
All right, are we all ready? Can I undo this lock so we can kill this
Stiki,
thing?
come along, Stiki.
Where is my sister? He's just banging him.
Shut up! Shut up in there! Shut up!
Come down.
Tell me about
Come
Tirre.
play.
Oh. You know, that bell idea is actually not sounding so bad.
Thank you!
And when his father figures out a way to get the bell out of the way,
I mean, I don't know.
and our friend Dora, who is entirely crazed with bloodlust and slaughters the entire town because his father felt a little bit bad and opened his cell.
You've done a complete 180 here. You're the one that was all let's.
Well, that was before I knew the father was intentionally letting his bloodthirsty son out of the cell. And now he's had entirely too much human blood.
Look.
Stiki whispers into the crack. I will cut my finger and bleed into your mouth if you tell me about my sister.
Do we hear that? Does Ezra hear that?
I would say because I gave the same whisper rules to Doru, where only you were hearing that part of the conversation, then no. It's purely just Stiki.
I will take your blood, but I don't need your patronage. I will take it by force. And when your withered corpse is underneath my feet, I will laugh gleefully.
Oh, hell no. Stiki sets up and he says, we're gonna kill him.
All right, if you guys think this is best, then. Ba-da-ba-da-ba,
Let it be known.
Shit.
Let it be. I do not think it's best. So
Does everybody have a weapon of silver? Does everybody?
no,
No, mine's just a normal short
I have
sword.
no money.
I barely have a
No.
weapon of. I barely have a weapon of metal.
Oh, well then why are we doing this? Maybe this isn't the best idea.
I mean, they can still be hurt normally. It's just silvered weapons hurt a little bit more.
Look, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Like, we better square up before Dad gets back. That's all I'm saying.
Point of order, Ezra, what was your damage type for your attack?
Piercing.
Gotcha.
Slap piercing.
Piercing.
Slap piercing. Yeah.
Slap piercing.
Like Eminem does. Slapbox. Slap piercing.
Are we ready?
I don't really know if this is a great idea.
You know,
What do you suggest, my
I don't have a
darlings?
lot of great ideas. Let's do this.
Well, let's just, take a vote. Who votes? Go down there and deal with this.
I
Raise your
vote
hand.
kill Dad. And then let him starve.
He's not going to starve. He's just going to go insane.
But he will be alone forever.
Okay.
I am super taken aback by what I'm hearing Stiki say. Like, you see all, if you're paying attention, you kind of see Havok like really concerned. That's all.
Anybody else? Kill the dad?
Newton?
No?
Newton, what's your vote? We'll table that for now.
So, just, trying to remember what I read about vampires, and from what I gather, they're not the easiest to defeat. They've got a lot going on there.
Newton, go ahead and make a history check.
All right. One moment here. Just gonna pull out my dice.
What do you think the likelihood is that he's a thrall, not a vampire?
Ezra, I'd say, also make a history check.
Oh, what?
Here we go.
A thrall.
I rolled a 14.
15.
Okay. Because of your conversations that you've been having, Ezra, with Doru in particular, and some of your knowledge, and I'd say you have similar knowledge to this, Newton. You do know that, they're not just vampires. They're kind of like almost like different classes of vampires. Some that are stronger and more powerful, some that are kind of thralls, some that are just vampire spawn. So there are different ones, and I would say you probably imagine if Doru was a vampire, this door would not hold him. He'd be gone by now.
So he's a thrall.
You probably think either a thrall or a spawn.
Well, Newton doesn't like to fight anything if Newton doesn't have to. So I vote Bell.
I mean,
What does that even mean?
Look, I'm partial to the Bell plan. You know this. But if we're gonna square up,
But we don't have the. We can't kill it. With that. How?
Your weapons still work. Silver weapons just work better.
Right, but it's gonna take time. And then Newton pulls out his staff, and then he just snaps it. He just like snaps it over his.
Suddenly the trapdoor slams. Another shake as it pushes up a little bit further than last time.
I run over and I dive on top of it like I did last time. Again with my shield down and just like lay prostrate across the thing.
You do it just as another slam comes in.
Come on, let's play. I'm ready to have you all.
You better.
Why is he stronger?
You better
What
back
is
off.
What kind of
Because you gave me blood. You
Newton
morons.
snaps his staff over his knee. So he has two stakes. Two wooden stakes, and he's like,
Oh.
Okay, I'd say they're not, I mean, you don't just like snap it and have two perfectly, set up wooden stakes, but they're definitely pointy ends.
and he's just like, all right, we're wasting enough time. Let's just can do this.
Yes.
Great. Shall we?
Stiki takes out his longsword.
Huh. Okay. I guess we're doing this.
I think Ezra would kind of like shoo Havok away a little bit to take the butt end of his short sword and slam it down on the rusty lock to like break it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack with that weapon.
Okay. 19.
Yeah. With one good slam, it definitely takes a hit. Probably looks like it needs one more to really be broken off, but it's it's definitely on its way.
Ezra would like beckon Havok away from the door and be like, let him break it open himself. He'll be rushing out. We can greet him. Come on.
I would really rather him not be in this. I'd rather go in there.
Maybe we shouldn't go into where he knows it best. We know this room a little bit.
But if we screw up, he's out.
We screw up. He's out anyway, regardless if he's in there or out here.
You know I can hear
During this
Yeah,
all of
conversation,
your
Watch that,
little
darling.
planning.
Shush, shush.
I'll just
We
wait.
wait our turn.
Bide
Interrupt.
my time.
Can I see him through the door, like through the cracks?
You'd have to kind of pull it up to do so.
Okay.
And he at that point when he said that, he sounds a bit further away than the actual entrance.
DM, just so you know, Stiki has his crossbow ready just in case.
Okay, so you're saying that you'll shoot if he does indeed come out?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Is there a window in this room? Are there windows in this room?
Let me check this. There is, in fact, no windows.
No windows. Just one door out.
One exit.
Okay.
The good news is it is the middle of the day.
All right. I'm gonna prepare to get off the door. I'm saying this out loud. I'm going to get. I changed my mind. I'm not gonna say this out loud. And I just look at them and I mouth this.
What is he saying? I don't understand.
And I start to carefully and as quietly as I can lift and roll off the door quietly and slink towards the door,
Okay.
the exit door.
You do so. You guys wait for 10 seconds, 20 seconds. 30
Ezra
seconds.
would kind of purr as he went against the door and be like, "Darling Doru, come here."
It's funny how you all think you're in the position of power. I heard your little problem. You have to transport a girl. All I have to do is outweight you. And you already did me the favor of making it easier to break out of here.
Let's drop a bell on him.
You get the sense that he is biding his time. He's not going to rush the door.
All right. Ezra would kind of like lift his sword and like look at everyone like,
Are there any pipes around?
There's no indoor
Pipes?
plumbing.
Not that you can see.
but he just, he like,
indoor plumbing. Indoor plumbing, it's gonna be big.
but he kind of like raised the sword and like look at all of you and be like, and then I'm gonna slam the one more good hit against the
The lock.
yes, thank you. Words.
Gotcha.
All right. 17.
Yeah, with that, you slam the butt of the sword down. You hear this metallic clang as the lock breaks and slides down the rest of the trapdoor.
Ezra would look at Stiki and be like, "Are you ready?"
So Newton casts the cantrip light.
On what?
Okay. What are you casting it on? Or are you just kind of holding it in your hand?
I'm just making the brightest light I can in my hand, yeah.
Okay. So it's... Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, you touch your hand and kind of hold it out.
Ezra would throw open the trapdoors.
Okay. I believe everyone has dark vision other than Newton, which was established well in our...
Who has the light?
Yeah. But you do see, looking down, that there's very little light in this place. So even with dark vision, it's tough to see. Everything is kind of gray. Like, you see the shapes, and it's all kind of in gray. But it's tough to see. You see a set of stairs leading down about 15 feet.
I imagine Ezra can probably see the best in this condition.
Pretty much, I mean, everyone has dark vision, other than Ewan, so.
Ezra would pull make sure he had his sword out, and just be like, "You should probably send that in there to Newton." To Newton, he'd say, "You should probably send that in there." The light.
Light.
There.
Yeah, send it down. Send it in.
Well, it's on an object, so it doesn't like.
Is it?
Yeah, light it.
It's on
I
his
was thinking
hand.
of fairy fire, which you can make into a thing. And
No,
Yeah.
it's
My
on
fault.
his.
You're also thinking
it's on his
dancing
hand.
lights.
Yeah.
sorry, thank you. Apologies.
But you could cast it on an object, Noon, and then throw the object down there. That's a possibility.
No, I just it's on my hand, so it's like a fist of light.
Gotcha.
Ezra would start
Fist.
to make his way down.
Okay. You start to descend down into the undercroft here, and you see that it has a lot of rough-hewn walls, as well as damp clay and earth. You see rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above does slip through some of the cracks, but you also notice that there are a lot of different boxes kind of lined throughout the area.
Can I see if I can sense him anywhere?
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Yes, please. Where did he go? 11.
No, you do not sense him anywhere.
Is anybody at the door, or did we just all walk in?
No, I mean, I was.
I think we're kind of fanning.
I was.
Thus far,
Okay.
the only person that has declared that they've walked down is Ezra.
Yeah.
So far, Ezra's the only person down there.
I'm at the exit door of the bedroom, and I'm staying there.
If anyone wants to join, they can.
I would
I'm
like to.
following as he walks in.
I would
Okay.
like to spend a crimson point to have superior dark vision, so I gain an additional 120 feet on my dark vision for a minute.
Okay. You do so. Again, it's still just kind of dark down here, but you see now the full kind of breadth of the room. And you basically see that there are kind of rows of these boxes. Looks like there's opening at the end, so you'd have to, it's almost like a library. You'd have to go up, turn around, and come back down, things like that.
Oh, what a clever little one.
Where is he, Ezra?
Can I try to smell the blood from the flask?
I'd say that would be with your perception check.
Okay.
I have an idea. And Stiki pricks his finger just a little bit.
Okay. Suddenly a little droplet of blood appears on the finger.
Doru. Where are you?
Newton, are you heading down as well, or are you staying at the top of the stairs?
Kind of like bringing up the rear.
Okay. So you make your way down as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Slowly make your way down.
Hey, Aerith. You think you can?
You
go
all
down
stay
and,
here. I'll start looking down the aisles. Yes? Let us know if you see anything.
Aerith, do you think you can hold down this exit up here? Mr. Gaad.
Oh, I guess, yeah, you're gonna go down there?
I think I probably should, right?
I mean, I guess if you want me as last line defense, sure.
I think you can handle it.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll do our best to make sure it doesn't come to that. So, but
Yeah, fingers crossed.
if you hear a lot of screaming, just be alert.
Well, I'm already alert, but yeah, I understand. Will do.
All right, I'll head down after Newton.
Okay. With that, let me go ahead and turn on our map so we can get a better representation of everything. So, you make your way down the stairs, Ezra. Here you are, the red chess piece. We also have Newton. We have Stiki. And we have Havok making your way down.
Making my way down.
So you guys are all right here. You see that there's this, again, these kind of long corridors here, but you don't see Doru.
Yes, so everyone stay here. I'll start looking. I'll try to flush him out, all right?
All right.
Ezra would just start to...
I'll actually go with Ezra.
Okay.
I was planning on going with Ezra, but Ezra, I pricked my finger. Do you think I should stay here?
Hopefully that'll draw him to you, and we can all come back to this one spot. So maybe I would stay here.
I'll stay.
All right.
So this
Ezra's-
is supposed to represent a little railing heading down there.
Oh, yeah, like a staircase.
Yeah.
Ezra's just gonna kind of start down that first row, slowly and very constantly having his passive perception up, constantly aware,
Active
Yeah.
perception.
active perception.
Are you moving this way?
Yeah, we'll move that way first.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'll
Havok and
follow.
Ezra. Okay. You guys start moving down this hallway.
Constantly listening, smelling, seeing if there's anything around.
Both of you go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Nice.
Perception, 22.
Dang. Looking all around you, you don't see Doru, but Ezra, as you round this corner, you see your flask on the ground.
Go pick it up.
You got it?
Great. I'm gonna tuck that bitch back into my inside pocket. Love this flask.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna kind of keep moving around, going aisle by aisle, slowly.
Okay. As you start to turn the corner here, Stiki. Oh, sorry, give me one moment. Stiki, what is your passive perception? Newton, I need yours as well.
Oh.
It's 10 plus your
Wisdom modifier.
perception. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. 13.
10 plus wisdom.
Plus, if you're proficient in perception, it's also plus your proficiency.
Yeah, you can actually just basically add your perception modifier to 10, and that gives you your passive perception.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so what do I add? I add
What do you have to perception? Plus what?
plus 7.
Plus 7 to
So
perception.
17.
So your passive perception is 17.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's plus 5.
Then 15.
I'm not very perceptive. I'm at a 10.
Okay. Stiki, as you're standing there waiting for your friends, suddenly you see crawling on the ceiling
Oh, ew.
a ragged, sallow-skinned figure.
I have my shot ready.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
Nice.
Oh God. Okay. 13. Does there have to be? Do I have to add anything? Can I add anything?
For
Just your
crossbow?
attack bonus from your crossbow.
God. Oh. Fuck. I don't remember what that is.
It's plus your dex plus your proficiency bonus.
Proficiency.
Oh fuck. I'm so sorry, guys.
So whatever your
That's okay.
dex modifier is,
Yeah, what's your dexterity modifier?
It's plus 2.
And then
your
proficiency
proficiency,
is
so plus 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 17 then?
9. Uh-huh.
Okay, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
I think I rolled wrong. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not doing well today. 4.
Okay. You fire your crossbow bolt up, and it pierces him right in the side. He lets out a little... but he's continuing to move. He's just trying to get out of there. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, everybody.
Initiative!
Should I roll for Aerith?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, 20 to 25. $15 to $20.
19. For Havok.
Gotcha. 10 to 14.
14.
As Aerith got an 11.
Okay, 5 to 10.
Oh my.
Oh boy,
guys.
1 to 4.
4.
I got a
Sorry,
2.
I gotcha. Okay, so up first is Doru. Doru is not even trying to engage with all of you. So he continues to crawl his way up the stairs. He climbs just past you two and then lands with a sickening thud on all four. And then just kind of crawls up the rest of the way, almost like a human spider. He makes his way to the top where he sees...
Met face to face with Aerith.
Ah!
he sees Aerith. I don't know, can you guys see that? Is that clear?
No, I can't see
No?
that.
Okay, yeah. I'm just going to cheat the map then a little bit. How about
Yeah.
now?
Yeah,
I
that's
see it.
better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll fix that in the break and I'm only here. But seeing Aerith in its way, Doru just says, "Out of my way." And he's going to run up to Aerith and just try to shove him away from the doorway.
Interesting.
Okay. Is this a contest?
Yeah, go ahead and make a contest. Contested strength.
Ooh, not bad. 18?
18. Okay. Yeah, so he tries to push Aerith out of the way, but Aerith holds his ground. And so Doru says, "So be it." And he's going to try and jump on Aerith to bite him.
Ah! That's my Aerith.
I believe that hits. That is a 22. So,
yeah,
yep.
that absolutely hits.
Aerith, you guys hear from below, Aerith let out a scream as he takes 11 points of piercing damage.
Holy crap!
Ooh, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. He takes 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. That's still a
Still
lot.
no.
And then 7 points of necrotic damage.
Whoa. So that's 15 total?
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Wow. Yikes.
So Aerith screams as this creature jumps onto him and bites into his neck, basically kind of cradling his legs around him to bite into him, and then just steps back as blood begins to pour from Aerith's neck.
Oh, good.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh, boy.
Oh wow!
That's rough.
All right.
That's rough, Aerith. R.I.P.
We are going to see if a player can die when he's not here. All right, guys, we will be back in just a little bit. See you in a second. Well, a lot of seconds.
Hello. Do you love creepy ghoulies and fun monsters, but don't think there are nearly enough of them in Dungeons & Dragons? Well, then do I have the show for you. Because me, Dr. Ricardo Blayde Diaz, is going to be Frankensteining brand new monsters just for you in my brand new show, Monsters Lab. Monsters Lab. Monsters Lab. Monsters Lab. Monsters Lab. Coming soon to Character Play.
Do you need help coming up with an awesome backstory for your gnome warlock? Or maybe you're about to DM a long-term campaign and have no idea where to start? Don't worry, we got you covered. Check out Demystifying D&D, our show where we break down concepts around D&D to make the game easier and more fun for you and your players.
This is Inside Check Live, the live show where we get to know the players behind the game. I'm your host, Ricardo Blayde Diaz, aka Mr. 305.
Go behind the scenes.
Wow, it sounds so official when you say that. I love that.
Wow, this is so much fun.
Meet the players.
SethCrowe.com.
It is okay.
Yeah.
It is okay to feel your
Get to
feelings.
know the
Me
artists.
too. I want to do a queer bent Cyrano de Bergerac.
Interact with the cast.
Mold yourself as you're moving through time.
Get the play-by-play from last night's game. Streaming live on Instagram every Tuesday. We here.
1 hour, one shot. That's right, we just have 1 hour to complete a one shot. Now I know this is not technically an hour, this is a minute, but I thought maybe the parallel would work on that front. Do you understand it?
It doesn't.
Okay, so basically, in 1 hour, we are going to come up with a one-shot outline that you can use for any one of your D&D games or even a full campaign. Makes sense now?
Okay, wait. So is the one shot a 1 hour campaign, or is it?
No. We're gonna come up with the outline for a one-shot that you can use, and then the best thing is, in the month leading up to the next episode, we will write out that one-shot that you can then find on DM's Guild. Huh? You understand it now?
Okay, but that's 1 minute. You say you're doing this in 1 hour?
Yeah, it's gonna be a 1 hour, one shot. That's why it's called that.
So you're gonna do it completely in 1 hour?
Yes, we're gonna come up with the outline in 1 hour.
You're gonna do it in 1 hour?
Yeah, 1 hour. Okay.
As opposed to 1 minute.
As opposed to 1 minute. Not 1 minute. Oh,
I don't really understand.
Raw elements of stardust swirl in the wreckage of the broken blades. Titan corpses float through these ever-burning fields of battles lost. The old guardians are nowhere to be found, while unfathomable horrors stalk the ragged edges of reality. Are new gods born, or are they forged by those that need them? Long separated fragments have just begun to find each other, led by guides that see not with their eyes, but with their faith. These daring souls listen hard for the hum of terra incognita. Will they find their destiny, or simply the means to weather the storm?
Hello. Please, no. No, don't get up. Pleased to meet you. My name is Newton. Newton Fright. When it comes to most things, truthfully, I'd rather not, if given the option. No, not that I have a problem or anything. It's just things tend to go awry when I get involved, so I'd rather not. Understand? And now you want to know about my past. Which past? No, I mean I have a witch past, as in I was raised by witches. Have I mentioned I like puns?
Yeah, I see you staring, and I know what you're thinking. Like I'm some savage beast. I guess there's some truth to that. I mean, I grew up like most nodes do, in a marauding pack raiding the weak to survive. And I was a handful. I mean, I caused so much trouble, the pack gave me the name Havok. And that was going to be my life. Until I found a new path with the Guardian Light. I still feel all those primal urges the way I did before, but now there are these new desires. The desire to protect. So keep staring if you want. I just may have your back one day. And maybe you'll see me in a new light. A Guardian Light.
Oh, golly, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you. Oh, no, please don't be afraid. I know I look scary and green and have tusks, but really I have a banjo. Want to hear me play? No? Well, you look like a trustworthy person, right? I can trust you? I'm afraid of everything. Figure that. A half-orc the size of an orangutan, terrified of literally everything. Irony is not lost on me. Anyway, have a beautiful day. Know of any flower fields I can take a nap in?
Thanks for the drink, stranger. Where'd I learn how to play like that? My muses rent their abilities for the night. Their price is undivided attention and rivers of ale. Where am I from? I'm from the echoes of Yukon with a broken voice, the wandering melodies of Jack's Polaricide, the breath between Herod McQueen's finishing note and thunderous applause, the pull at your belt from a too heavy money pouch. Mine's not tugging too hard at the moment, but please, ask me more personal, probing questions. Will I come to your party? Yes, I've heard of your carousing. Did I hear right that you woke up drunk with... Oh, it's happened before? Oh, I'm sure the priest didn't mind at all. But let me ask you this. Do you know the name Gaad? Never heard of him? Good. Well, I will come play for you and your rich friends. It would be your pleasure, I'm sure.
Aren't you beautiful? I'm Ezra. Bess. Lovely to meet you. Please don't touch the hair. It is as luscious as it looks, but we're not that close yet, darling. Oh, you're here for one of my parties. I'm afraid I haven't thrown one in quite some time, actually. I wasn't aware there were still people around that used to go. Well, it's always good to see a friendly face, and such a pretty one at that. Who knows? Maybe another party will be in the near future. Yes, yes, I'll be sure to invite you. Ta-ta now.
Welcome back, everybody. Just before our break, our brave adventurers decided to venture down into the undercroft of the church to see if they could slay Doru to hopefully protect him, or rather protect the town and anyone that he could potentially hurt later on, after realizing that he had indeed been able to escape before. At least, that's what he said. But as they were searching around, Doru snuck his way up to the stairs, trying to break away and run out into the mists of Ravenloft. Aerith stood in his way, bravely, but unfortunately that means he took the brunt of Doru's first bite attack as he sunk his fangs into Aerith's neck, and Aerith let out a horrid scream that everyone heard down below. Havok, you hear that scream piercing your ears. What are you doing?
Okay, so I turn and how I'm gonna run for the stairs.
Okay.
I hear Aerith, so I turn and like, gosh, dang it, and run for the stairs.
Okay. You do 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. So you're just about here.
Shit.
So got some more room.
I knew I wasn't gonna be able to get up there. Oh no, I can do this as a bonus action. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to use my action to dash 30 more feet.
Okay.
And like,
pretty fun.
Just to the point where I can see this dude, like not like all the way up. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you come out of this trap door. You're kind of standing on the last stair there, and you can see him.
I'm gonna say, "Hey, get your ass back here!" And I'm gonna cast Compelled Duel, Wisdom save of 12.
Gotcha.
Pasty piece of shit.
Sorry, just checking. That is a failure. So suddenly, he begins to turn back towards you.
Yeah, I got them too.
Anything else you want to do?
Nope, I'm gonna brace for impact.
Okay. That is your turn. As you hear Havok screaming out against this creature Newton, you realize that it is your turn. What do you want to do? Probably a better way to describe that by me.
I turn around and I cast Cause Fear.
Right, so you don't see him right now. Do you need to see him for that spell?
I don't see him?
Well, he's currently up the stairs and in the other room, so you'd have to exit the stairway. Right now you're downstairs.
Okay, do I have enough movement to get upstairs?
Yeah, you certainly do. You're pretty much right there, so do you want to just go ahead and move up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 5, 10, so you still have a ton of movement. You kind of move past Havok here into the room.
Okay. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to cast Cause Fear. Because he's undead.
Right, so what do you want to do?
I will Hex him.
Okay. Go ahead and describe to us what that looks like as you cast Hex.
So, as Newton enters the room, his eyes go black. Like, midnight black. And, like, smoke basically starts to, like, emulate around him. And that smoke kind of, like, moves away from him and into the body of the creature.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
And Doru barely even kind of moves just a little bit, but his eyes are trained onto Havok at the moment. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I think Hex is my action. Pretty sure.
Okay. Do you want to move at all, or are you going to stay there? Because you've only used 10 feet of movement so far.
Maybe I'll take cover, like in the archway, or like if that's possible.
So you take a couple more steps back down?
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough to do. You kind of get back on the stairwell there. That's where you are. As you guys kind of heard all the commotion going on, Aerith is standing by the door, just kind of holding his neck, trying to staunch the bleeding. What does Aerith want to do?
Eric says, get away from me! And he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
So it's a wisdom save. His save is 13.
Alrighty. That's a natural 20.
Oh, damn. Okay, so it's 3d6 damage. You take half of that, but you don't end up moving away from it.
Gotcha.
Alright. So 3d6 psychic, that's going to be 3 damage.
Okay. So as this happens, you see the Doru kind of shake his head as this sort of purplish energy seems to almost be flowing into it for a moment and then is dissipated. Is there anything else Aerith wants to do?
What has he got? Sorry, I'm not used to running Aerith.
You're fine.
I don't think does he have any bonus?
You could always do Bardic Inspiration as a bonus.
Yeah, he'll give Bardic Inspiration he has to be someone he can see. Right?
Yes.
He'll give Bardic Inspiration to Havok, I guess, since Havok's up there.
Gotcha. So, does a quick little song go ahead and give us your best Aerith impression there, Ricky? You ain't never had a friend like me. And as you hear that tune ring out, Ezra, it is over to you. What would you like to do?
Did Stiki already go?
It's
Stiki, you're at 2. Am I right?
Stiki had a 2. I forgot that. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to move as far up as I possibly can.
Okay, what's your movement speed?
40.
Nice. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 40. What do you want to do the rest of the way?
Yeah, I'll just use my whole action to move as far as I can.
Okay, do you want to get right up to Doru, or do you want to be? Because right now you're in the room, you still have movement speed to get up to him.
I'm gonna wait there just for I'm gonna halt there for a hot second until I know what I'm gonna do.
Gotcha. And just because we're
for the next turn, yeah, there's good.
Just because we're on a book,
yeah.
I just want to say 5 and then like 10 onto Doru. That make sense?
Sure.
I'm just saying that's the distance.
Okay,
yeah.
We're
my
good.
book.
We're good. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
As Ezra rushes past you, Stiki, you suddenly feel the urge to join your allies in some way. What are you going to do?
I would like to shoot my crossbow.
So you're gonna have to move up to do that, but you definitely can. So you make your way up the stairs. Are you going into the room, or are you gonna kind of stand right at the edge of the stairs like Havok is? What are you doing?
I'm going into the room.
Okay, you kind of charge in past Havok, standing kind of side by side with Ezra, and you fire your crossbow bolts. Go ahead.
10.
10 misses, unfortunately, so you fire the bolt off. But at this moment, Doru is just beginning to go into his attack, and he kind of lurches to the side, and the bolt fires overhead, narrowly missing Aerith's head as it shoots into the wall above him.
Watch where you're shooting!
Bada 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 whoa! All right, and we are back at the top of the order, so it is Doru's turn again. He was going to try and run away, but suddenly he feels this need to bite into Havok, and so he is going to go after you, Havok. His first attack is with his claws, so he lashes out at you, trying to slash into you. Does a 13 hit you?
No, it does not.
So as he swings into you, you kind of pull the door up to your side, and his forearm hits against it and kind of bounces back. The strength of his blow does knock the door back out of your hand as he goes in for another attack. This time he is trying to just jump on you and bite you.
I'd rather the slash hit.
Oh, you know what? give Aerith back some points.
Oh, okay.
I just realized something. He cannot bite unless he has you grappled.
Oh.
Yes, that is true.
So Aaron didn't get hurt, didn't get bit there.
No. But I will say that he probably slashed, and he rolled a 20-something, so I'm just going to give him this damage instead, which is a 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay, Aerith is looking way better than he was before.
Yeah. So he's just going to try and claw you again instead, Havok.
Okay.
This time he rolls a 21 to hit you.
Yeah, that got me.
And he is going to use that action to instead turn it into a grapple. So right now he is holding you, hoping to bite into you on his next turn. But that is going to be it for his turn, and that brings us over to Havok. So Havok, it is up to you. You are currently grappled. What do you want to do?
I am going to... Let's see here. This changes everything. I had a plan and you just made me change it.
What are you going to do, Havok? I need a move.
Yeah, okay. Havok is going to attempt to kind of like do a wrestler move and flip him over her and down back into the cellar. Like...
Okay. So I'm going to need you then to make a strength check first to see if you can escape the grapple, and then an acrobatics check to see if you can successfully do what you're trying to do.
Okay. So strength, 15?
Okay, yeah, you do feel the arms begin to loosen as you're just kind of shaking about.
All right, and acrobatics. 15 again.
Okay. With that, you are able to toss Doru back down the stairs. He kind of lands with a thud, rolls past you, Newton, to land at the bottom of the stairs. Doesn't take any damage, but he is now down there. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Havok?
That's all I got for now. No, I didn't prepare that today. Healing word, didn't do it. Okay, nope, that's it. That was my action.
Okay, you just saw...
Sorry, I'll back up
Nope,
to Aerith. I apologize, and just back him up. Kind of clog up that exit.
Gotcha. Does he get to make another saving throw against your compelled duel, or does that not end?
It's one... Oh, you know what? Shit. He probably would have ran away, because Aerith did him damage. So that should have gone away.
Okay.
I
think we should retcon that, because I don't think he definitely would not have gone for you had he had the opportunity to leave.
Nope.
Okay. So we're going to back it up. So that was backing it up all the way to Aerith's... Well, no, I guess it would just be back to Doru's turn. So, instead... Doru is not going to attack you, Havok. Doru is going to try to get out of the door. So he's going to, once again, shove Aerith away. You can go ahead and make a strength check if you'd like, if Aerith is holding his place.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's hexed.
Sorry?
He's hexed, so he's at a disadvantage.
Gotcha.
All ability checks.
Ooh, he's still rolled pretty well.
Aerith only rolled a 13.
Yes, Doru rolled a 16. So with that, he's able to push Aerith out of the way, and he's going to charge out of the door and then out of the church doors.
Into the sunlight?
It's not really a sunny day in Barovia. It's filled with clouds. So there's definitely some it's not as great as being out at night, but it's not really a sunny day. But he heads outside. And that is going to be his turn. Let me go ahead and move this map a little bit. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm going to shut the map off, and we're just going to go Theater of the Mind now. Okay. So, Doru has just sprinted out of the doors trying to get away. Havok, it is over to you.
Okay. Okay, Guardian Light, help me. I'm gonna run out the door.
Okay.
And how close can I get to him with 30 feet of movement?
You can get, he was only 5 feet away, so you can get pretty much right up next to him.
Okay, I'll get as close to him as I can, as not in melee though, just like
Okay.
10 feet away.
So you're about 10 feet back. Gotcha.
And I'm gonna guide it. I'm gonna grab my otter paw, and it's gonna start glowing and pulsing blue, and that blue is going to surge through my arm and out through my fingers, and I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt.
Okay. Gonna roll the hit.
17.
17 does hit. So
Alright,
the bolt slams into his back, kind of arches his back.
That's 46 radiant damage.
Ooh,
46.
Holy crap.
radiant.
That is 16 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then
let me
he
check.
should be vulnerable to that too.
Yeah, I believe he is. Although he doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't say it on his challenge sheet.
Oh, I mean because he's not a full vampire.
Let me check.
I know I'm vulnerable to radiant damage.
That's just like one of the most damaging things that I got, and it gives somebody advantage on their next attack. So it's just the
Let me
best
try
move.
this.
Wait, you're a vampire?
Not me. You're a wizard, Harry. No, I'm a vampire, bitch. No.
Mhm.
Harry's a little hot topic kid.
Yeah, so it's not listed apparently in the monster manual. So give me a second here. Actually, I'm just going to make a ruling on this right now. I'm going to say, because this is a response from Chris Perkins, and I trust him. So he is not. It doesn't double the damage, but it shuts down his regeneration ability, which starts at the top of his turn. So he's unable to regenerate on this round.
All right.
All right. What else? Anything else you want to do?
And then I'm gonna try another compelled duel. Oh wait, no, that's a level 1 spell. Can't do that. It's not a cantrip. Nope.
Okay.
Got nothing else.
Okay. That is your turn.
Quit being a jerk.
It is over to Newton. You hear "quit being a jerk," and you feel compelled to move. What do you want to do?
That's my mean talk
Am I
spell.
able to get within visual range of this dude?
Yeah, you can just get out into the hallway where you can see him. He had just had the doors opened.
All right, I bolt to the hallway, and as I do, my fist of light turns blue, and I shoot an Eldritch Blast.
You get advantage, buddy.
Yeah, you got advantage on this attack.
Why do I get advantage?
Because my guiding bolt gives the next attack advantage.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And up next will be Aerith.
So let's see here. 22 is pretty good, but
Definitely hits. Just check to see if you got a nat 20.
yeah, no, not a nat 20. So
Okay, definitely hits. Roll damage.
22 plus.
Just a reminder, guys, try to roll damage with your attack roll.
Okay. 8 and so 9 total.
Okay. This Eldritch Blast blasts him. The guiding bolt hit him in like the left shoulder. This one hits him in the right shoulder as he stumbles forward again. You guys are definitely getting in some licks, but you're noticing at least some of them are not hurting quite what you would expect them to hurt. And is that going to be your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. With that, we are over to Aerith, and then it will be Ezra. So what would Aerith like to do in this situation?
Okay, Aerith is going to just stay in the doorway and kind of like crouch to it, but point, and he's gonna sing a really dark tune, and kind of purple energy is gonna start swirling around his head, and that purple energy is gonna start swirling around Daru's head, and he's going to attempt to cast Crown of Madness.
Okay. I believe that's a saving throw.
Yes. Where is it? wisdom saving throw again of 13.
Ooh, that is a natural 1.
Yeah.
So that succeeds.
So while the target is charmed, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears above his head. Madness goes in his eyes. Target must use its action before moving on each turn of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature, or if none are within its reach.
Gotcha. So, from my understanding of that reading, he can still move. It's just an attack that Aerith can compel him to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That is Aerith's turn, and with that, Ezra, it's over to you. You just saw Aerith cast this spell out. You know that Doru has ran out of the room at least, and probably out of the church. What would you like to do?
I am going to make sure my hood is up and run out after them.
Gotcha.
And then I would kind of...
You can easily get to him with your movement speed. Do you want to?
I would like to swing a little wide of both of them so I'm nowhere near them, and then cast Magic Missile at our friend Doru.
Okay, that's unerring, so go ahead and just roll damage on that.
That's going to be 8 damage. 8, whatever Magic Missile is. I don't know what damage that is.
Force damage.
Force damage. 8 force damage.
Gotcha. As these 3 missiles kind of blast off from your hand, they swirl in a circle and then all in his back. He's looking like he's definitely taking damage. These licks are affecting him. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I'm okay. That's all I want to do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, with that, we are over to Stiki. Stiki, what would you like to do?
If I were to dash, would I reach him?
You could reach him without dashing. You could easily make it with just your movement.
Okay. I would like to run at him and aim my crossbow for his chest, for the back.
Okay, so do you want to be right up next to him, or do you want to stay a little bit away?
Right, behind him.
Okay, I do think, if I'm not mistaken, with a crossbow, you need to be at least 10 feet away, because if you're 5 feet, it gives you disadvantage on the roll.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
10 feet's cool.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Roll to 16.
16 does hit. Roll damage.
Yes. 6.
6 points of damage. So this bolt fires just into the back of his neck, a little bit off of where his spine would be. And he kind of just turns back at all of you for a moment and snarls. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Stiki?
Stiki plants his feet and says, "Tell me where my sister is."
Okay. With that, it is over to Doru's turn. So right now, he has the Crown of Madness on him. Is Aerith going to choose someone to attack?
Yeah, he's gonna... Why don't you go after our furry friend here? And he's gonna command him to attack Havok.
Okay. That's what Aerith is going to do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The first attack on Havok is with his claws. He rolls a 15 to hit.
Nope.
All right. So he slices his hand towards you, Havok, but you are able to deflect it with your armor easily enough. The next attack with his claws is a 20, non-natural.
Yes, that does hit.
Okay. You are going to take... You take 9 points of slashing damage as the first blow deflected off of your armor, and then he brings up the same hand, actually, and claws you across the face. You can feel his nails, his long claws, digging into your face as you let out a horrible scream. Or a squeak.
That's a whimper. A hyena whimper.
Little poop. Little poop. I'm just kidding. With that, he's just going to try and run away.
So would I get an attack of disadvantage here? Or attack of opportunity?
Opportunity? Yes, you would. In
I'm
fact, everyone in this hallway.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna turn as I kind of get slashed. I'm gonna just whip my mace around and just try and slam him with it.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Holy crap. Okay, so we do full damage on the first dice and then the second dice, right?
That's right.
Okay, so that'll be 10 damage, bludgeoning.
Total?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So with that, as you slam into his ankle, it kind of trips him up, but he's still continuing to move. Newton and Stiki and Ezra, you all could take attacks of opportunity if you would like.
Yeah.
I'd like to do an unarmed strike, please.
Fuck this.
Sure.
Let's be close for that. A nat 20.
Okay.
So that'll be 6 because we do full damage on the first dice, right?
Yeah.
So 1d4 plus 2 is so it's going to be 6 from the first dice and then 4 from the second dice.
Okay. Yeah, you as he stumbles a bit, his back is kind of exposed to you, and you just slice down into it, leaving a long bloody mark on him. He's looking pretty hurt. Are you guys taking attacks of opportunity as well?
Yeah.
Go for it, Newton.
Gotcha.
Am I still rolling an advantage for this?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
What are you doing, Newton?
Eldritch Blast.
So you need Warcaster, I believe, to cast a cantrip as a reaction.
I think so.
It has to be a melee weapon.
It has to be a melee attack right now, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You broke your staff.
I'm gonna throw one of my stick.
Your wooden, what are your wooden sticks? Go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay. Like, what is my situation here? I haven't used my staff really.
With your quarterstaff, you can either add your dex plus proficiency or strength plus proficiency.
Well, if he's throwing it, it would probably be dex, right?
I don't believe would he be throwing it? He's running right past you.
Yeah,
You don't have to throw it. You
I thought
can
he
if
said
you
he was
want.
throwing it. Oh, my
I
bad.
assumed you were just stabbing in.
So I rolled a. So if it's dexterity, so it's the d20 plus my dexterity, right?
Plus your proficiency, yeah.
Plus my proficiency in dexterity.
Yeah.
Or. Okay, so it's plus 2, so 18.
18 definitely hits. Roll damage.
It's 1d8 plus 1.
Okay. Now, this is technically not your quarterstaff because you broke it in half. So I'm going to say it's more like a piercing weapon at this point, like a rapier. So make it a 1d6, not a d8.
Okay. I rolled a 6, so a 7. So 7 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely taking some licks. He's still up and moving, but he doesn't look great. Stiki, do you want your opportunity attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Where is everybody in?
So right now you guys are kind of you're almost like making this murderer's row of a hallway. He basically charged through you to get to Havok and now is rushing back out the same way he came.
Okay, if I were to, I don't know, throw a sword, am I gonna hit anybody else in the party?
If you roll a natural 1, you might.
Okay.
But
so
you could,
Stiki,
you could just stab him as he goes by. He's right there.
Oh, he's like running past me.
He's running past. That's exactly it. He's running within 5 feet.
Oh, okay.
Of you,
So
you can slash at him.
Stiki, as he runs past, Stiki sticks his sword out like this, so that he runs into it.
Okay, roll d20.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, I thought there was a
Oh my
1.
God. I thought it was another natural 20, to be honest.
I did too. I was like, shut up.
Okay, well that definitely hits. Roll damage. And this is your silver short sword, yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh.
How many points of damage, sorry?
5.
Sorry, I need to say it one more time. 5? Okay.
5.
So what was that? At this point,
Five.
3. Okay. Yeah, that was a very opportune round of opportunity attacks. He is not looking great, and he cannot regenerate on this round. So that is his turn. It is over to you, Havok. He is looking pretty bad, but he did run the rest of the way. He's now about... Yes, he's 10 feet. He's about 10 feet away from the doors. Yes.
I have a question. If I did that and he ran into my sword, did he just keep going with my sword in him?
No, I'd say you kind of pierced into him, and he kind of quickly pulled it out and kept moving. So you still have your sword, but you did pierce into him.
Got it.
Yeah.
Let's try this
Havok,
again.
what do you want to do?
I'm gonna use again, kind of clutching that R's paw tightly again to get that another surge. One more time, blue just through the veins. My fur kind of stands on end, and just another blast of like laser blue energy just right at this guy with another gun.
Okay.
That's gonna be spell attack, a dirty 20.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
46. Oh God.
Oh boy.
I got 2 6s, a 4, and a 5. So that's 21 radiant damage. Holy crap.
Okay. This, as you fire this out, you put like everything behind it, and you see him almost fly forward with the force that it took. He is looking terrible. He is on his last legs. Is there anything else you want to do?
Just be like, God, can we just, come on, just go down already.
Why won't you die?
Why won't you die?
All right. And with that, you just saw this blast hit the creature doorway, and you see that same shimmer that was on him a moment ago when you were able to attack with a bit more precision. It is your turn. You have advantage on this attack.
Let's blast him.
Take him out.
Roll
KO.
2d20s.
Newton KO. Come on. We love it. We love to see it.
24.
Yep, definitely hits. Roll damage.
8 points of damage.
Is that
How do you want to do this?
Oh, never mind.
So, like, blue fist, just, and it's just like a shot, just through the heart, just.
Newton for the
Literally,
KO.
since you see an opening that's burst out of Doru as he stumbles and then falls to the ground. His body goes limp. We are now out of initiative.
Vampires.
Havok walks up to him, grabs his ankles, and like drags him back into the church.
Good idea.
Actually, I think Ezra would kind of put a hand on his shoulder to stop him.
Okay.
And then bend down to actually like pick him up to carry him back into the church.
All right.
Give him my
Easy enough to do.
And then
Ezra, go ahead and make just a strength check to see how well you do with this.
let's get those out of there. 18.
Yeah, through sheer force of will, you pick him up, start making your way back.
If there's like, if there's only the pews, I'll lay him down in a pew. But if there's something a little bit more like larger and nicer to like lay him down on.
As I said before, a lot of the pews are broken. You could lay him on the altar. That altar is still in one piece. There's the bed that you saw in Dora's room, and you guys didn't see the other rooms yet, so there might be another spot. But
No, I'd lay him down on the altar then.
all right. As you're walking back in and heading to the altar, a figure kind of rounds the corner near the church. You see this older man dark black hair, but with streaks of gray in it, and kind of big beard. And he says, "Hey, I heard something. Is everything okay over here?"
Who are you?
Bill Drath, who are you? Are you still... So, Ezra, my presumption was that you were inside by this point.
Yeah. Is he not inside?
No. He didn't come into the church. He just rounded the corner in the street, looking at
Sorry,
the
my bad. Never
facade
mind.
of the church.
I guess I'd probably still be outside then.
It's all good. Just, hanging out.
Praying.
That's some loud ass praying. People are trying to sleep still.
Hey,
so.
you know what? Who are you to say how we worship?
I'm Bill Drath.
Yeah, I get it. Are you a god?
No.
Well, then who are you to tell us how to worship?
I'm just saying maybe respect the fact that it's early morning, okay? Just respect it.
Hey, religious rights, man.
Oh, are you hungry?
No. What? All right, just maybe keep it down. And he starts walking back.
Okay, there's good pasties, good pastries over there.
Good pasties.
Pasties are different.
Just pasty pastries. You get it. It's breakfast and a show.
So the man walked away. What are you guys doing?
So, what if we got to get this girl on the road.
Ezra would just kind of make sure Doru's eyes are closed.
Easy enough.
He'd also take out his short sword and cut off his head.
Okay. With a swift swing on the altar, Doru's head rolls.
We should bury him.
You want us to dig a hole?
Okay. Havok, I'll head outside, around back, and does anyone have a shovel, or do you want me to use my hands?
You see some shovels around. 'Cause looking out back, you see it's a graveyard.
Okay.
Ezra would go to help.
I'll start digging.
Okay.
Bringing.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bring the body out. Aerith follows solemnly. Kind of turns to Stiki as he's walking and just says, "Hey, you okay?"
1 second. Stiki goes, who has the head?
I figured I would kind of hold the body and put the head on the body.
So you kind of
okay,
I didn't think this through. And
kind of, a
walks
little bit.
to Ezra and says, "Can I?" And then just without waiting, grabs the head by the hair, and then starts just smacking the head on the ground. Just bah, bah, bah.
Stiki, stop it!
Oh. Ooh.
I'm gonna attempt to walk over to Stiki and just grab his shoulders and just hold him. I'm gonna attempt
from behind, as
yeah,
Stiki's...
yeah, just grab him.
Okay, so Stiki, I don't actually know if you do. I don't know if you feel the hands on you as you continue to bash.
You know that you can't get thoughts out of the head.
I'm just gonna keep my hands on him and just on those kind of here, and just be holding there.
Can I contest that?
Sure.
So do you feel it, you think?
I don't think so. I think Stiki is in the moment.
I'm not
So I
trying
think
to
Havok,
be clear. I'm not trying to stop Stiki from doing
I didn't
it.
think so.
Just-
So Stiki,
You're trying to be
you just
comforting.
keep bashing and bashing the head into the ground over and over again. Your arms start to ache, but you keep going. Sweat starts to pour down your head and you keep going. Soon your body is aching. You're huffing. You didn't notice that you were crying. But the head is... it's gone. Unrecognizable.
Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. Stiki,
We all deal with grief in different ways.
Stiki holds the head out to Ezra and goes, "Here."
Okay.
He'd just kind of like hiss. Like, keep it. You've desecrated it enough. And keep going and go toward the graveyard.
Okay. For the brevity of time, I'll say you guys are able to dig a grave, lay the body inside. You're standing over the grave with the shovels by your side, looking down at this body. Is there anything you want to do?
He'd just say a very, very soft, "I'm sorry." And then start putting the dirt over the body.
Okay.
Do they have to be buried separately?
Still
No.
holding the head.
Stiki goes, "Rest in pieces," and he drops the head and he turns away.
As you turn away back towards the church, Stiki, you see the figure of Father Donovich returning.
Oh, Donovich.
Son of a bitch.
Ezra's shoulders are gonna be like very tense as he just keeps filling back up the grave with the shovel.
He's walking past the gate. He hasn't gone into the church, but he looks over and sees you all in the graveyard. Kind of cocks his head, starts making his way towards you.
Hello.
Oh.
What you all doing back here? A burial of some kind?
A rabbit.
I got a rabbit, and he pulls one out of his sack.
Yes. I think Dora will be much better behaved now. Thank you all again.
Is that what you think?
Yes.
Is that what you thought when you let him out?
Yeah, it kind of seems like he's been well taken care of all this time, actually.
What are you talking about? Let him out.
By the people that he has been eating. Because you let him out.
I've never let my son out of there. What have you done? Did he talk to you?
Mm-hmm.
Starts looking at the grave. He walks over to it. You guys have put a decent amount of dirt in there. It's about halfway. Looking down.
Ezra's still been doing it this whole time he's been here. He hasn't stopped.
Donovich jumps into the grave and starts digging. Digging frantically until he sees a hand. Huh. He keeps going. Sees the body. My boy. My boy, no. What have you done? What have you done? You monsters. You monsters. He pulls the headless torso of his son up and holds him as tight as he can against his body, just shaking in the dirt, his robes covered in dirt. Rain slowly begins to fall from the sky onto all of you. Go! Go, you savages!
Ezra would
Leave!
Now, let's go. He walks away.
Havok will just turn and say, "Sorry for your loss," and not look him in the eye, but just walk by and say it.
I hope you all find your own grave here. And then it's just back to, my boy, my boy, my boy.
Ezra's just gonna walk, eyes forward.
Okay.
Stiki walks next to Havok.
Havok, I'm gonna walk back into the church, back into the room, and I'm gonna grab that wooden Morning Lord symbol off the wall if I can. And just take it with me.
Yeah, easy enough to do. Yeah.
And then kind of follow.
Aerith is
really
kind of in a
close to Stiki.
daze. Aerith is kind of in a daze as he follows you all. What are you guys doing?
Ezra's heading back to the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The rain continues to fall as you guys make your way back. At this point, you can see that there are some people out and about. As you walk past the Blood on the Vine, you see the barkeep bringing up his keys very slowly to unlock the doors. As you guys walk by, kind of turns to you. Hello.
Ezra's just gonna keep going.
You guys keep making your way back. Eventually, you get to the front door. As you do, Ismark actually opens it up. I saw you returning. I presume Father Donovich got his, well, what did you end up doing?
His son is dead. You need not worry about him in what's this place called?
Barovia.
Barovia. I was like, Bavaria? Not right. You need not worry about him in
No, you're fine.
Barovia anymore.
I can tell you are conflicted by this, but he would have killed more.
Is she ready to go?
Rena shows up right behind him. Yes, I am ready. Ismark turns and kind of looks at her really quick. Puts his hand on her face. They will keep you safe. This will not be the last time we see one another. He just gives her a big hug. And they let go. And with that, Arena kind of, all right, I am ready. You guys start walking.
I'm gonna let everybody kind of go, and I'll hang back with Ismark just for a second.
Okay.
And I'll reach and I'll grab the symbol of the Morning Lord, and I'll hand it to him.
What is this?
Just a reminder. Keep the faith. Whatever you have, hold on to it.
I will do my best. And you as well. This land is dark.
Most lands are
But
dark.
perhaps you can be perhaps you and your friends can be a source of light. At least for me and mine.
Maybe. And she kind of just like turns away and like doesn't like head down and like doesn't really acknowledge anything anymore.
Okay. You guys start to head back towards the only way out of town is actually right by the church. So, well, not the only way. I suppose you could duck through side buildings, but what would you like to do?
Right by the church.
Actually, I'm sorry. I was incorrect. I was thinking of a different map. So,
Other way, right?
Yeah. Well, you're actually able to take a left at the Blood on the Vine Tavern and start heading to the road. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes.
So what do you guys think,
Okay.
Volaki or Kresk?
All right. You guys head out onto the road. The rain continues to fall. You've been walking in silence for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Irina says, "Is everything all right? Everyone seems very much less talkative. You didn't say." She kind of points to you, Newton. You did not say is Mark at all.
Well, is Mark?
There it is.
You kind of set that one up.
I just want you've all seen
He's not married, and he's in his. How old is he?
He's much older than me. Are you interested in him? Because I think he responds better to compliments than to the negging that you seem to be doing.
Well, I don't know, you know. I'm still figuring all that out, but
of course.
You have a master wit, Irina. Thank you for the
we
distraction.
can chat.
I do what I can. Anyway, I'm very thankful that you all are agreeing to take me. I know I've expressed it to some of you, but perhaps not to all.
Do you like pastries?
At that moment, as you ask that, Newton, you actually realize that you're eating a pastry.
Wow!
And suddenly Aerith kind of looks at you with greed. Says, does anyone else have one of those? I'm kind of hungry.
I think I do.
Yeah, do you mind if could I have it? I mean,
Sure.
The woman said she should be on the way, so we can just pick up some more.
That's fine.
Sure.
Here.
You got paid half, right?
Thanks. You got paid 500 gold.
So I have 100 gold. That's 100 pastries. No way.
Way more than
Oh,
that.
did we get?
man.
Sorry. So we got paid.
More. Way more.
We got paid 100 gold each. It was 500 total.
It was 500 total, which you guys can split however you want.
Well, that was a down payment.
Yeah.
Retainer. Yeah.
I have never had money in my whole life.
Hey, dude, that's like 100,000 pastries. It's like
Yes,
1,000.
You've
that
never
could buy
had-
you a lot.
Because a copper is 10 silver and 10 silver is 1 gold. And
Oh,
you have
like-
gold, so multiply
I
by
just-
a factor of 100. It's like 1,000. It's kind of a lot.
Wow, Havok is really, really smart.
This is Ricky talking.
So, hypothetically, now that I have 100 gold, could I just, set up shop in Barovia as a soothsayer? Is that?
Do you have capital? Have you got?
I have 100 gold.
You're going to buy an entire wagon or a building or a room for 100 gold? How are you going to live? How are you going to eat?
Well, the soothsaying.
How are you going to drum up that business? How does anyone know that you're good at it?
I'm good
As
at it.
you guys are debating whether or not Newton should sit out the rest of the campaign and start a business instead, you're reaching the river. As you guys you kind of took the path a little bit west, started to go kind of southwest, and you reached a bit of a river crossroads. Go ahead and make a perception check, everybody.
Oh, 6.
21.
21.
16.
Aerith rolled better than 6.
You're really
So
hard to hear,
18
Ricky.
I was talking very softly.
18
Aerith
or
rolled a
higher.
17.
Okay. If you rolled 18 or higher, you faintly hear the sound of a bell ringing back from where you came. It's pretty far away, but you can hear it.
Dang.
Rings about 4 times and stops.
I could do pastries on the side, you know? Like soothsaying and pastries.
Can you cook a pastry? Do you even know how to bake?
Well, so here's how it will work. I'll get the real old lady to cook the pastries, and I'll be the fake old lady in the front, and I'll do the soothsaying.
Are you going to pay the pastry lady for her pastries?
Arena, what did you do? Why?
I had no idea. So as you guys continue to walk, discussing the business plan, you continue walking. You kind of go southwest. It starts to take you through like a wooded area. There's still a mostly clear path, but a lot of this terrain is pretty difficult to traverse. The path, as it were, is pretty run over with plants and things like that. It's just kind of tough traveling. It's taking you a bit longer than you would have anticipated. It starts to curve back up a little bit northwest, and you suddenly see yourself as you start to go right back down southwest, that there's a split in the road. There seems to be one that goes right, one that goes left, and at that split, you see an old wooden gallows that is creaking in the wind. You see a frayed length of rope dancing from its beam. The well-worn road splits here, and a signpost opposite the gallows points in 3 directions. Barovia village, back from where you came to the east. Southwest is Ravenloft and Vallaki, and Ser Pool is to the northwest.
We're going to...
As you look at the sign that says Ser Pool, suddenly you recall a dream that you had last night. In your dream.
Sorry, I don't dream.
Then a vision that you
There
had
we go.
last night.
We all have dreams. Musical number.
But we all have dreams, like Newton's pastries.
That's a dream.
Okay, so in your vision, everything is in black, white and shades of gray, except for bright red blood pooling faster and faster onto a cobbled street. You see a beautiful woman collapsing face down, and the blood really begins to flow from her wounds. You look up and see the silhouette of a man walking away from you. Your whole party is with you, and you all charge, crying for battle and revenge of the innocent woman. The figure stops mid-stride and pivots to face you. You can't make out his face. His entire being is black, darker than anything you've ever seen. He easily dodges your attacks without retaliating until Stiki strikes a sword that lodges into his midsection. Everything stops. He doesn't cry out or even react to the mortal wound. He pulls the sword out of his stomach and snaps it over his knee. He turns and continues walking away. You look down at the woman, and the blood has lost its color and it is streaming down the cobblestones. You hyper-focus on the blood and zoom in so that it is the only thing that you see. You see an orange twinkling of light in the blood. Suddenly you look up and you see a campfire. Glance back, and blood is a river. People are dancing, and you hear music and laughter. An old woman stands apart from the revelry. She's looking right at you. Her lips don't move, but you hear her say, "Ser Pool, darling.
Serpool.
And then I come back to myself.
Yeah.
I think Ezra just kind of like kind of catch back into himself. Where are we taking her?
The one that sounds very guttural.
Velaki was what you initially saying.
Velaki, yes. Velaki.
Or Krezk.
What do you know anything about that place? And would kind of point to, what's it called?
Serpool. It's Tser.
Serpool. Do you know anything about there? He'd kind of ask Irina.
Yes, it is an encampment for some Vistani. I believe the trail does connect up ahead, so I don't think there's any difference. Perhaps some time-wise, but not that I know of. They do connect back to the same trail.
What does Velaki look like, the place?
I've not been there for a very long time, but from what I remember, they've got a big wall. Wooden, primarily. It's a bit nicer than Barovia. The building's a bit nicer. It's a big city right by the lake. When you get to the crest of the hill here, and she kind of points up to the path to the left, and you see it's kind of more uphill. They both are uphill to a certain degree, but you could tell you guys probably have to rise. As you get to the crest of the hill, you might be able to actually see it down into the valley.
Do you remember what the streets look like?
Cobblestones, very nice.
We have to go to Serpool. You're going to think I'm insane, but I had a vision, I guess.
Why would I think that's insane?
I don't know, because certain magic is believable, but visions are a bit odd.
Doesn't seem weird to me.
Well, did the beautiful woman look like Irina?
Could only make out many details of her.
Okay. Well, in this vision, I saw a dying woman fall to the cobblestone floor and a creature in black walking away after he killed her. And then I saw people dancing around a campfire. And an old woman told me, Serpool, darling, Serpool.
Okay, good enough for me.
Okay. It could theoretically be a trap, I suppose, but I don't know really what our options are.
I will trust your judgments.
I'm thinking Serpool. That's what it felt. That's what feels right after that vision that I had.
I'll go wherever. I'll go wherever.
Are we going to get paid? We can take you to Serpool.
Well, the payment is that we get her somewhere safe. Donovich was the one that suggested Ilvoki.
Velaki.
We're really going to need to learn the topography.
Agreed.
Yeah, it does mark you as outsiders.
Among other things. Ah! Sorry. Sorry. Out of character.
Jinx, you owe me an ale.
That was way out of character, but I couldn't help it. That's good.
Is everyone all right with that, Serpool?
Sure.
Aerith?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah.
All right. So
Where-
Stiki, yeah. What do you think?
Where are we supposed to be taking her? Where does her brother expect us to take her?
He thought it would be Velaki, but as I said, the path to in this direction does connect back to the other path.
It's just a little detour.
Yes.
As long as she ends up safe.
Your vision had a dying girl. Where are we going this way?
Yes.
I don't know, guys.
Have you
Girls, guys, gals.
Thanks.
What?
Thanks for the gals. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was for you, Havok. Okay, fine, let's go. But you never answered my question, Ezra.
I also
Why
don't feel
did
particularly
you
inclined to
have-
talk to you.
Why did you have the flask? And why did the vampire take your flask?
Because I
What was
thought
in
it
the
helped him.
flask?
Wait, what flask?
What was in the flask?
What flask are we talking about here?
I tried to help Doru before,
With a
but I'm not
flask?
feeling particularly friendly towards you, Stiki, at the moment. So
No, I feel the same way.
good.
But
He
that
walked
doesn't mean
towards
that we
Seth
should not communicate because we are a team.
Are we? Is that what
Yeah, we are.
He's starting towards Serpool.
Stiki walks next to him and then stops in front of him.
Going to do something sticky.
No, I don't care if you hate me, but I will have you respect me. I would really appreciate that.
Like you respected the dead man. Like that? Is that the type of respect you want?
I mean, if I ever turned into a vampire, I would hope that somebody would do the same for me.
You want me to bash your face into the ground until it's
Yeah,
unrecognizable?
do
That's
whatever
what
you
want
have
from
to
me.
do, sure. If I
I
have
had
to
already
do that
done
to
what I
my
had to do
sister,
to make sure he didn't come back. That's what I did. What you did was out of anger and retribution for someone that never did anything to you.
that wasn't
For
for
someone that had no
him.
control over what he was doing. That's what
That
you
wasn't
did.
for him. That wasn't for him.
Who was it for then?
For my
Yourself?
sister. No.
He had nothing to do with your sister.
Oh, he didn't? Because he wouldn't tell me. I asked over and over again.
He would have said he fucked your mother if it meant he got out of that room. It didn't matter what he said. He was crazed with bloodlust.
No, he
had nothing
knows
to do with
something.
your sister. Your retribution was meant for someone that was not him.
Knew something.
Enough of this.
Died before
Enough
I got a chance
of
to find out.
this. Irina rushes up between both of you and pushes you apart. I don't know what happened at that church, but frankly, I do not care at the moment. You two have been hired to protect me, and right now you are causing a ruckus in the valley of the devil himself. If we are going to Serpool, let us go to Serpool, and after you do what you need to do, what you are being paid to do, then you can clearly get away from each other.
My apologies, Irina.
I'm sorry, Irina.
Stiki, you said that you would protect me, yes?
Yes.
I feel safe with you. Please.
I don't know why you gave the flask. I don't know what kind of whiskey that was, but I know I have to trust you. And I do. And then Stiki starts walking towards Irina.
I mean, she's right next to you. She just kind of like held you guys apart.
Starts walking.
Gotcha. With Arena. Arena starts walking with you too towards the pool.
Ezra would just kind of like drop respectfully back, but also walk.
Gotcha.
As,
as you all... Sorry, Havok, you gonna say something? It seems like you're about to say something.
No, I was just gonna say I would like to walk near Stiki, just like I guess if Stiki's in front, I would like to walk near Stiki.
Okay. So you guys continue walking towards the path to their pool. As you're walking, Newton, you hear a creaking noise behind you, coming from the gallows. As you turn to look, where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless gray body. The breeze turns the hanged figure slowly so that it can fix its dead eyes upon you. And suddenly you see Newton Fright hanging from the gallows. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Dude!
It's you! You've been dead the whole time!
I was
This is
dead,
actually
dude.
just Newton's hellscape and his hell loop.
I don't want to fight. Let's go fight! This is hell.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Ravenloft. We will be back in 2 Mondays. And remember, next week we'll be back with Fragments of Eldoria, episode 2. But 2 Mondays to dive back into the mists of Ravenloft. All right, everybody. Say goodbye.
Happy Halloween!
Happy day, Halloween.
Thanks, everybody.
Hello, this is Mark Kopitzke or Aerith Gaad. Ravenloft alternates every week with our stellar fantasy homebrew campaign, Fragments of Eldoria. Come aboard at 7:30 p.m. Pacific on Twitch, and check out our other shows like Insight Check, 1 Hour One Shot, Monsters Lab, and more, all here on Character Player.